The wait is almost over. In a little over 2 weeks' time, Rio will stage the first ever Olympic Rugby Sevens event, and all the teams are now putting the final touches to their preparations. For South Africa's men, that's involved invitational tournaments on home soil.
Yeah, I think there is a bit of excitement starting to build, but I also think it's, for us, we need to understand it's still a tournament that we need to go play, and we can't make it bigger than it is. And I know it's a massive tournament, but we can't almost go into that tournament overexcited or nervous about the tournament because it's a big tournament and it's the Olympics. We still need to approach it as any other tournament out there, and it's all about our standards and our processes. We can't make the Olympics bigger than Hong Kong, or Hong Kong bigger than Dubai, or Dubai bigger than Cape Town. We know what our standards are, and we approach every single tournament and every opponent that we play against, we approach them the same. These tournaments almost breaks that 2 months of no games or no tournaments, and it's for us important to get the guys back onto the field and get them some game time. And you can train as hard as you can and simulate situations, but you can never get close to what it's like when you play a live game. I almost want to say a live tournament. So we managed to get some game time under the belt before we go to Rio, and it's really important for us to get the guys back there on the field.
I think the difficulty with this season is that there was a very tight turnaround between tournaments and travel, so there wasn't really a conditioning block. So a lot of your pre-season work was done, and then just basically maintaining strength and conditioning during the season with the tight turnarounds. I think the big focus now for this 3 or 4 week period is really just to get the guys back up to strength and back up to fitness. It is slightly different. I mean, yes, the preparation, the mentality is the same, but there is a long turnaround between games. I think it's about 5 hours between game 1 and 2, and only 2 games a day. So there is a slightly different thought process. Essentially, all the basics are the same, but we do try and work on a little bit of a longer period between our intense sessions and working on 1 or 2 different things with our detail in between that.
History says it all, I think. And it's not everybody that gets this opportunity to play at the Olympics at the end of the day. And I think it's something that you want to achieve, and that you can tell your children in the future that you have played at the Olympics before. So I think that's the highest code of any sport that you will get.
Like a year ago, 6 months ago, 8 months ago, I wasn't even sure of standing a chance. And then Coach Neil came to me and said he wants to give me a shot. From that day onwards, I told myself, listen, if the coach backs me, I need to back myself, and I need to get myself opportunity to make this, because it's massive, and it's a lot of not only rugby players but athletes' goal to go to the Olympics.
For us, for the season, it was almost important to finish either first or second. We knew that Pool C is going to be a tough pool, especially if Samoa qualified instead of Spain, and it would have been a pool where you have 4 top circuit teams in that Pool C. So playing France first is going to be a tough one. I mean, France, you never know which team you're going to get. If they pitch up on the day, then you'll probably get the best team in the world, and then they're tough to beat. And I think the lesson we learned about 2 years ago, we played them the first game in Wellington, and they actually beat us well in that game. We just didn't pitch up for that game, or they pitched up, and we thought it was going to be an easy game. So there's no more easy games out there. Although we have a good track record against Australia this year, I think we played them 8 times, beat them 6 times, lost 2 times. Nothing is a given out there. You still have to respect every single opponent you play against. Even Spain, that you're going to play the second game of the tournament, it's going to be different. Once off tournaments is different. They will throw everything they have into every single game that they will play in, and you must make sure that you're 100% ready for those games, and that you've done your homework on those different opponents.
You're like a guy in Usain Bolt that everybody would love to meet. So I think that's something to get excited about, and yeah, but you also have to just remember what your goal is at the end of the day and what you want to achieve.